Hello guys, welcome to another video. So before we get into my first impressions of Hades, I want to give a quick thank you to Ignite the Fire for the unexpected shout out. You're awesome buddy and I can't wait to see you soon. So yes, recently I picked up Hades for about $30 and I want to go over my impressions of the game. So firstly we're going to go over, well, design. So, Supergiant Games have nailed design, everything from the characters to their animations and the settings, and even just for little things just shine like lava, the pillars with flames, and even voices. The voices aren't really high pitched or overly accentuated. They're just normal standard voices which really add to the style of the game. Next we go into music. So honestly, since it's Greek, based on Greek mythology, I was thinking more choral, like intense music, but the music is really quite simple with, guitars and lyres, and I prefer it. It's really good. It goes really intense in times, and there's even rock elements to them, which add that air of intensity to them. And I've listened through the tracks without gameplay, and let's just say they really work. So now we're going to go into characters. So of course you start in the Hall of Hades, and there's a few characters there such as Hypnos, Hades and Nyx, and also Dusa and the Gorgon. They're all very different. Voices are different of course, and the overall design, and you can tell the characters are different. They each have their own strengths, their own weaknesses, and their own compassion towards the main character called Zagreus. Gameplay is very different. So, of course, the whole premise of Hades is to make it out of the underworld. And you get power-ups from the gods, whether it be Zeus or Poseidon, Aphrodite or Dionysus. And each move has different benefits. For example, Zeus can give you lightning bolts on your sword, or your special, or your cast moves, or Athena, if you're using a bow, can give you homing arrows and homing casts, which are really cool, but I'm not good with a bow, so I'm sticking with the Fists of Morphon, how you say the name, and the Stygian Blade. And that leads me on to weapons. You do have to unlock weapons using keys, which you can easily find through the world by beating different rooms. So there's a sword, spear, shield, fists, bow, and like a machine gun type weapon. All of them have links to mythology, so none of them are, cheap implementations. They all have roots with the actual myths. And what I also like about this game is if you give nectar to characters, you learn more about them. And when you go to sleep, which is quite rare, you even get more backstory of Zagreus and Hades, which is also very interesting. The same also goes for weapons. Depending how many foes you slay, you get more information on the weapons, about their history and place in myth. And I think the same also happens for the enemies. And let's just say, it gets hard. So I've made it to the second boss. Nearly beat it twice, but honestly I don't think it's as hard as the first bosses who you encounter. Slight spoiler territory, but you have the three Furies, Megara, Tisiphone and Alecto, which are all in Greek myth. I have never heard of Tisiphone, but she's very unique. All she says is murder, but that's her role, I believe. Murder. So yeah, so far I will say this game is my game of the year so far, even beating Monster Hunter Rise, which I have put nearly 200 hours into. So for a pretty small game company, which apparently has a very good track record to beat the likes of Capcom and Monster Hunter, with a game called Hades, That's impressive, and I don't think much will be able to top this. But I will say it's now one of my favourite games of all time, and I'll have the review coming out. Don't know when, because I've got other plans and I want to get further into the game before I give you my overall final thoughts. So yeah, once again, thanks to Ignite the Fire for the amazing shout out. We're literally 3 off 1.7k, so please help me get there. And yeah, thank you guys, and peace.